Next Week in Wolfeboro is underwritten by the Downtown Grill Cafe. The Downtown Grill Cafe is located at 33 Main Street in beautiful Wolfeboro, New Hampshire, with a fantastic view of Lake Winnipesaukee and Cate Park. Hours of operations are daily from 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. For more information about this underwriter, check out the website www.downtowngrill.cafe.
Welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. I'm your host, Curtis Hetfer. We are coming to you from the Wolfeboro Community Television studios, where we bring your community to view. We say thank you to our friends at the Downtown Grill Cafe for underwriting Next Week in Wolfeboro. It's through the support of underwriters and donors like you that programs like this are possible on the Wolfeboro Community Television. If you would like to underwrite a program for Wolfeboro Community Television, please contact our producers at 569-0219. We also want to let your friends and family from out of town know that they can watch this program on Facebook and YouTube. Once you are logged into either Facebook or YouTube, just search for Wolfeboro Community Television and you will find us on Next Week in Wolfeboro. Alright, let's start out with a report from the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Vries. Mr. Vries is ready with the report. We're sending it to you, Mr. Vries.
Hi and welcome to Next Week in Wolfeboro. My name is Mary and we have a lot more coming up for you this summer. And one thing I highly recommend, if you have not yet done it, or even if you have, come back and just lounge in this beautiful area right here. We're in front of the railroad station this morning and it's just a nice time to spend, especially kicking off your morning maybe. Lots of good people watching and it's just a fun time. I hope you can do that. So, some reminders about things that happen every week. Every Tuesday and Thursday afternoon starting at 1, you can see the model yacht races in Back Bay right over here, just off of the Bridge Falls Path. Also adjacent to the Glendon Street Municipal Parking Lot. That's a fun time and everyone who's out there with their model yachts would love it if you would stop by. Every Thursday over at the Nick Recreation Park is the Farmers Market and you can get there just off of, it's on the corner of Center and Trotting Track Road. That's every Thursday at the Nick, 12 to 3:30 is the Farmers Market. So what do we have coming up special this week? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, August 25th, 26th, and 27th is Wolfeboro Street Fair. So this takes place when traditionally it was sidewalk sale days. Wolfeboro Street Fair includes sidewalk sale days. So again, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, look for the special deals inside the shops and outside on tables on the sidewalks. We also have lots of groups like Lakes Region Humane Society and 68 Hours of Hunger. Lots of other people who don't necessarily have a standing spot to greet you. They will for the sidewalk sale day event. They'll be out with the table on the sidewalk. Lots of music. There's live music in Cate Park Friday night and Saturday night. Saturday night there's also a free movie in Foss Field, and the movie is called, it's a DreamWorks movie called Over the Hedge. Just sounds like fun to me. And right here in this area of, again, the former railroad station, we are going to have lots of games, family-friendly yard games of all types. There will be mini ping pong, there will be cornhole toss, we're going to have some temporary tattoos for fun, and just lots of games, some virtual games out front here. And we have all the information. You'll see these signs all over town, and also on wolfeborochamber.com you can see all the details. As always, if you have any questions about the Summer Street Fair or any other events and activities happening, give us a call, 569-2200. That's what we have for now. Remember to shop, dine, and have fun in your town. See ya.
Thank you, Mr. Reese. Here's some other things we would like to share with you, starting with Friday, August 25th. The Wolfeboro Summer Street Fair begins today. There will be events and festivals downtown all day long. For more information, call the Chambers of Commerce at 569-2200. The traveling Wolfberries reunite once again for a concert at the Cate Park Band Stand to benefit the Child Advocacy Center. The show begins at 7 p.m. Saturday, August 26th. The Wolfeboro Summer Street Fair continues with even more events and festivals, including a movie at Fossfield at dusk. Ball in the House have a concert at the Wolfeboro Cate Park Band Stand from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Bring a lawn chair and enjoy the show. Brought to you by the Friends of Wolfeboro Band Stand. Sunday, August 27th. The Wolfeboro Makers Mill will be holding their monthly repair cafe from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. This is a time when you can bring broken objects from around your house, and Makers Mill staff and volunteers will do their best to help you repair it. Tuesday, August 29th. The Wolfeboro Public Library provides Toddler Time Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-up is recommended. Thursday, August 31st. The Wolfeboro Public Library provides Preschool Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-up is recommended. The Wolfeboro Area Farmers Market is at the Nick from 12 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. Saturday, September 2nd. The Carolyn Ramsey Band have a concert at the Wolfeboro Cate Park Band Stand from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Bring a lawn chair and enjoy the show. Brought to you by the Friends of the Wolfeboro Band Stand. Tuesday, September 5th. The Wolfeboro Public Library provides Toddler Time Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-up is recommended. The Wolfeboro Planning Board will be meeting in the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 7 p.m. If you would like to watch this meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting the Planning Board meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel. Wednesday, September 6th. The Wolfeboro Board of Selectmen will be meeting in the Wolfeboro Town Hall upstairs in the Great Hall at 6:30 p.m. If you would like to watch this meeting from home, Wolfeboro Community Television will be broadcasting the Board of Selectmen meeting live on Channel 25 and on the WCTV YouTube channel. Thursday, September 7th. The Wolfeboro Public Library provides Preschool Story Hour at 10:30 a.m. Advanced sign-up is recommended. The Wolfeboro Area Farmers Market is at the Nick from 12 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. The St. Katherine Drexel Church is holding a movie of the night, Jim, and the James Foley story, which will be followed with a Q&A time with Jim's mother, Diane Foley. Doors open at 6 p.m. and the movie starts at 6:30 p.m. Saturday, September 9th. American Legion Wolfeboro Post 18 are sponsoring a sock hop at the Wolfeboro Town Hall, Great Hall. So dress in your best 50s and 60s attire and dance the night away from 7 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Sunday, September 10th. The Wolfeboro Children's Center will be holding their annual Touch a Truck Festival at the Nick from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Monday, September 11th. The GWRSD School Board will be meeting at Kingswood Arts Center at 7 p.m. Okay, let's send it over to the Parks and Recreation Department. Assistant Parks and Recreation Director Bo Betts is ready with an update on all things Park and Rec. We're sending it over to you, Bo Betts.
Thanks, Curtis. Bo here from Wolfeboro Parks and Recreation checking in this week. First off, I'd like to just thank all of the participants at the 40th Granite Man Triathlon. We had a great event this past Saturday. A lot of people came down for it. It's great to see this event kind of gaining some more momentum, coming back after COVID, this being our second year. We're really excited to build up more on this in future years. It was a great event, so I can't thank the athletes, the volunteers, anybody that had a role in making this event happen. I can't thank you enough, so we deeply appreciate that, and we look forward to working with you guys and seeing the athletes again next August. Moving forward, our summer programs have wrapped up for the season. We had a great summer between all of our programs at sailing, at day camp, golf, swim lessons. I want to thank our staff for a great summer, our lifeguards, our swim instructors, our beach attendants. We had another great summer, and we're moving towards fall. With that said, again, the current programs up for fall registration are soccer, minion and micro soccer, and then girls field hockey. Those registrations are open and filling up very quickly. If you are looking to register for those programs, I would recommend registering for that ASAP. Again, those programs are filling up quick, and they start here in the next couple weeks. So we're excited to kind of move and transition into the fall season. So again, register for those programs. And we're also looking for volunteer coaches for our soccer program. We've got a couple, but if we can find a few more, it's just a great opportunity to work with Parks and Recreation, the families who participate in the programs. So if you're interested in being a volunteer for soccer, please reach out to Molly Hatch here. She's our program coordinator. Next up, Fall Festival, which is on September 23rd at Fossfield Pavilion. Again, we partner with the Kingswood Youth Center this year for their chili cook-off. We'll have vendors, we'll have live music, we'll have games, a lot of fun stuff going down at Fossfield on September 23rd. So I hope to see you guys there. It's right around the corner. And if you're interested in being a vendor at the event, please reach out to Molly, or you can find our vendor form on the website. You can print that off and send it in to us. Either drop it off, we have a drop box here for after hours, or stop in during normal hours and put it in the mail, and Molly will get back to you. And then the last thing I have for you this week is just reminding you we have our senior program, Coffee and Connections, every Tuesday and Thursday at the Community Center on Laner Street. Again, this is Tuesday, Thursdays from 10 to noon at the Community Center. Just a great opportunity to get out of the house, meet new people, have a cup of coffee, have a muffin, play mahjong, play cards, meet the Parks and Rec staff. We are trying to build upon our senior programs as we move forward into the fall and winter time. We will have a luncheon, we will have more bingo events and mahjong classes. So again, if you have questions about our senior program, please feel free to call the office. We will do our best to answer any questions you may have for us, and we'd definitely love to see you down at the Community Center on those Tuesday, Thursdays. Other than that, we're kind of chugging along. Pop Whalen opens up September 24th, so we're doing a lot of cleaning in this building, a lot of stuff to get prepared for the season. Maintenance staff will be working hard that week prior to the 24th to get the ice down, so a lot of stuff happening here, a lot of exciting stuff going on. And last but not least, we have Movies in the Park this Saturday, August 26th. We'll be showing Over the Hedge by DreamWorks, and that will start at dusk, roughly around 8 p.m. That is a free event for all families, so definitely come check that out this Saturday at Foss Field at dusk. Movies in the Park, Over the Hedge. So we'll talk to you guys next week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Bo Betts. Library Director Allison Rutley is at the Wolfeboro Public Library with an update. We're sending it over to you, Allison Rutley.
The library, unfortunately, is starting to say goodbye to the summer season. We will have our final toddler storytime summer session taking place on Tuesday, August 29th from 10:30 to 11:15 a.m. Remember, toddler storytime is appropriate for ages 15 months to 36 months. So join us for stories, songs, and entertainment. Also, our final preschool story time will take place on Thursday, August 31st from 10:30 to 11:15 a.m. Preschool story time is appropriate for ages 3 to 5. Join us again for stories, songs, and movement. And for all of you Bigfoot followers, the library will be sponsoring an event entitled Bigfoot in the Shadow of the Big Red Eye. On Saturday, September 2nd from 11 to 12, Michael Familiant will be sharing his evidence and experiences as a Bigfoot researcher. This is an event not to miss. And please do not forget that the library will be closed on Labor Day, Monday, September 4th. Finally, after this week, you will start to see activity in the back library parking lot as they begin construction on the new public safety building. We will lose some library parking in the back to accommodate a staging area as they begin to put up the new building. Please stay tuned for further updates as the construction continues. Back to you, Curtis.
Thank you, Allison Rutley. Pastor Justin and Josh Dupre are at the Calvary Wolfeboro with a report. We're sending it over to you, Pastor Justin and Josh.
Welcome back to CW Today, where we seek to let you know about what's going on in and around Calvary Wolfeboro in the days and weeks ahead. I'm Justin.
I'm Josh, and August is almost come to an end, and we're looking into September, and fall is approaching, and after that, the dreaded word, snow.
Unless you snowboard or ski, then
there you go.
Maybe you look forward to that.
That's right.
Some people love the snow.
I'm not coordinated to do either, so. Well, we're looking to the end of August here, and upcoming we have our Calvary Closet, which is a ministry where we have a lot of clothes, and we take it and we fill the tent up with clothes, and it's all free for those who need it or can use it. You can come. It's like a shopping spree where you don't have to spend a thing, and you come, find clothes, boots, hats, all sorts of things that you might need. So if you know of anybody or you need some, we have our Calvary Closet coming up August 30th and 31st. That's a Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then we will have it Friday, September 1st, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Again, that's a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, August 30th, 31st, and September 1st. We hope you can come down. And as always, we have our Sunday services here under the tent through September. Yeah. And after that, we'll be headed back in.
Through the end of September.
End of September, yes, sorry. Through the end of September. And then we'll be headed back in. But our services are 10 a.m. on Sunday mornings. Would love to see you. Would love to see you at the Calvary Closet if you can. And if you want to keep up to date on all that's going on here at 43 Mill Street, you can go to our website, calvarywolfeboro.org. You can check out our app on the app stores, Android or iOS. It's Calvary Wolfeboro, all one word, all lowercase. And you can keep up with us here.
Very good. Thanks, Josh. We've been going through the Sermon on the Mount. I've shared that before, and most recently we've been looking at what is traditionally known as the Lord's Prayer. It's actually the disciples' prayer. It's the prayer that Jesus gave his disciples. And so it's a model for us. And the thing that I wanted to share that really stood out to me as I studied this prayer, Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. That prayer is the Our Father. Jesus said, pray like this, Our Father in heaven. We take for granted, many of us, I think, Christians in the church, we take for granted the fact that we can approach God as our Father. This is the creator of the universe. This is the one from which all things came, and there was nothing before him, and all things came from him. He's the almighty, all-powerful God, ruler of all things. And yet, because of the relationship that Jesus opened through the cross, we can approach him as our Father. And that is not just kind of a technical term. We're not just spiritually, descendants of his, kind of in a spiritually biological way. It's not just technical. It's a term that speaks of the intimacy that we can have with God, that we can come to him as Father. And he, Jesus will say later in the Sermon on the Mount, is a good Father. He doesn't withhold any good thing. So as we come to God, we come to him as a father like a child, and we approach him recognizing that he loves us, he cares for us, and he wants to hear from us. He wants us to bring our requests to him. He wants to hear from us. Not because he doesn't already know, but because he wants us to rely on him, to depend on him, to have that relationship with him like a father has with his daughter or his son. So when you think about prayer, when you think about approaching God, if you have a relationship with God through Jesus, if you have received his grace and have been adopted, as the New Testament describes, by receiving that, then now you have a relationship with God that is like the best Father you could ever imagine. So take advantage of that. We need to take advantage of that and not be afraid to approach him, not be afraid to ask him for the things that we need. Obviously, honoring him. That's the hallowed be your name part. Honoring him as the good and great Father that he is. But not being afraid to come to him because he loves us. Only because of the blood of Christ, right? That we can approach him like that. So if that's you, I hope that encourages you today. CW today is a ministry of Calvary Wolfeboro, a local church here in downtown. We gather at 43 Mill Street and just seeking to follow Jesus as his disciples. With that, we'll send you back to the studio.
Thank you, Pastor Justin and Josh. Father Cole and Deacon Chris are at the St. Katherine Drexel Catholic Church with a report. We're sending it over to you, Father Cole and Deacon Chris.
Curtis, Father Bob Cole here with Deacon Chris Conley. Once again, thanks for having us on and all that you do for our community in the broadcast. You're doing a great job. So here we are now, heading into the last weekend of August. Right now it's Friday the 25th, and as we speak, Eucharistic Adoration is going on in the church. We just had the 8 o'clock Mass, and people come and they have this wonderful quiet time, silent time with the risen Christ in the Holy Eucharist. And it's in the monstrance. It means demonstrate, to reveal. You can see the host, but people just love it. We have too much noise in the world, and to have a half hour or an hour quiet is a real treat. So come and try it sometime and see what God says to you. Now, this weekend, of course, we have Saturday Mass at 4, and then Sunday morning at 7, 8:30, and 10:30. And we have a wonderful event at 10:30. Father Oscar Pratt from St. Katherine Drexel Parish in Dorchester, Massachusetts, will be here. He'll be our celebrant and our homilist, and over 60 of his parishioners from Dorchester will be joining us. After the Mass, we're going to leave here and go over to Camp Bernadette on Lake Wentworth in Wolfeboro, and from 12 to 4 we're going to have our parish picnic. The Knights of Columbus are providing the lunch, the hot dogs, the hamburgers, potato salad, watermelon, things of that nature. And then we have different activities that you might enjoy: wall climbing, tennis, basketball, a golf, chipping contest, all these kind of things. And we have a woman named Barbara Miles who's going to dress up as St. Katherine Drexel and give us, she wrote it herself, but St. Katherine Drexel looking back on her life from a wheelchair. She's going to be in a wheelchair, looking back on all that God accomplished through her. And she lived into her 90s. I think she was 97 years old. So we're looking forward to that for sure. And we're delighted to welcome our neighboring parish, our sister parish from Dorchester, who will be with us for the Mass and the picnic. Now I have to mention now, next weekend will be the first weekend in September, and it will be Labor Day weekend. And so Sunday, September the 3rd, that will be the last 7 o'clock Mass for the season. We begin on Memorial Day in May, we end on Labor Day in September, so that'll be the last. And I know a lot of people enjoy that 7 o'clock early morning Mass, so this weekend and then September the 3rd will be the last. And then in that first week in September, on Thursday, September the 7th, in the parish hall, we're going to have the movie called Jim, about our own parishioner, James Foley, who grew up in Wolfeboro, graduated from Kingswood High School. If you haven't seen it yet, it's the story of Jim Foley, and the doors open at 6 o'clock, and the movie begins promptly at 6:30. So I hope you'll I hope you'll get a chance, if you haven't seen it, to come and take that in. And then in October, we're going to promote the James Foley Walk, okay? They have the walk every October. Well, enough from me. How about you?
That was a good litany of stuff going on. Hi guys, peace be with you. We have adoration. That'll be September 8th and 9th. It begins at the end of the 8 o'clock Mass on Friday, and it will end at the beginning of the 8 o'clock Mass the following day, 24 hours. Please come and adore the Lord. Enjoy the quiet of the night. Thank you.
Yeah, and we will have a sign-up sheet for that too, at the entrance of the church. So when you come this weekend, you'll see that sign-up sheet. And it's going very well. I know you like adoration. What's it like for you?
The adoration is nice because it's quiet. And if you can just spend a few minutes calming yourself down from the busy day, that can be very difficult for a lot of people. St. Teresa of Avila, she talked about contemplative prayer. It's just you're just present with Christ. So that's a good opportunity, time to do that.
Yeah. You know, in some of the old European cathedrals, they would have what they call a maze. You know what a maze is?
Yeah, I've seen pictures of that. Yeah.
You have to walk, and you try to get to the center, but the activity of going through a maze calms you down. You know, you get disconnected from all the stress of life. And they would go through the maze before they came into church.
Go through the maze.
To calm them down. Yeah. So, be at peace, calm down, and the door's open. We'd love to have you here at St. Katherine Drexel. So thanks for having us on. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you, Father Cole and Deacon Chris. And thank you for tuning in to our weekly program. Remember, there's always something to do in and around Wolfeboro. If you would like to add an event to our program, please contact Wolfeboro Community Television station at 569-0219 or send an email to the WCTV25@gmail.com. We hope to see you out and about, and we look forward to seeing you next week. With clear eyes and full hearts, I'm Curtis Sheffer for Wolfeboro Community Television, bringing your community to view.